This is we're as a team of 3 people. We're
You
coming up.
are. Now you know.
Okay. All right. And
Tekkie Talks. Tekkie Talks.
Hello, and welcome to the pilot episode of Tekkie Talks by Argomall. My name is Aquilina Bravo. Very happy to be here with you and discuss tech stories and more. Right now, we are celebrating Father's Day, and we'll be talking about technology's role in parenting, especially fatherhood. With us here today is a longtime media practitioner. He has worked in different print, online, and broadcast media outlets. A proud father and an expert communicator. Welcome to Tekkie Talks writer and producer, Peejo Pilar.
Hi,
Hi,
how you doing?
Peejo. Nice to see you. Our second Tekkie Talk guest is an award-winning thespian and a very talented composer. He has won the Phil Stage Gawad Buhay Award for Best Male Lead Performance in a Play and the founder of Barefoot Theater. A good friend of mine, we have Jef Flores.
Hello.
Kumusta, pare?
Okay naman.
And last but not the least is Karel Holub, Chief Argonaut of Argomall.com, a father of 3 and an expert with over 20 years of experience in the smartphone industry. Hello, Karel.
Hello.
All right, we'll be talking about smartphones and more, and fathers plus technology. Here we go. So we'll just get right on with our questions for our daddies right here. That's just the perfect combination, right? Drag queens and daddies. We're going to talk so much about how important technology is, especially in terms of being a father, parenthood, right? You were a father for a play, I believe, right? So you were able to deal with kids. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
the
course.
material is for kids, right? So I'm pretty sure technology played a little role there. So let's see where this conversation goes. For my first question, and this goes for everyone, they say that tech is for the younger generation. So is there such a thing as a techie dad? And if you are one, how would you define it?
I'll start. I think there are techie dads. I might not be considered one of maybe like a tier 1 level, meaning that I have an iPad, I have action cam, but I mean, I could be like a lower level tech dad, meaning I have a cell phone, I know what kind of apps to download, to share, that I can share safely with my child. So in retrospect, I think anybody can be a techie dad.
I like the sound of that. How about you? Do you think you're a techie dad?
I think so. I think so. I'm not sure what the definition would be, but I think, like there's a saying, boys like their toys, right?
Okay. Ooh, so maybe to help us define what a techie dad is a bit more, what do you think, are the apps or the things that are the toys that are included so that you can be called a techie dad? What do you have right now? What toys do you have?
Smartphone can be one.
Cool. How about you?
Well, I am not a dad, but I am a son. And, I guess I would be what you consider the techie millennial generation.
There you go.
I am the target. I grew up playing video games, and of course, I'm very, very into my phone all the time, Instagram, social media. But my dad lives on the other side of the globe. So how I connect with him, how I stay in touch with him is very, very tech-based, because if there was a while where we had trouble connecting and keeping up with each other, and then he started to learn how to use his cell phone. At first we would use like Skype, and then now that he has an iPhone, we just like FaceTime or like Facebook Messenger or like Google Hangout. There's 100 different ways that we can stay connected now, even if it's just like hi, hello, waving, but over the internet. And so ever since he started to learn that, he's becoming more and more savvy with it. So it's absolutely possible to be a dad and be techie. It's not like this old thing where it's like, oh, dads are all books
Mm-hmm.
and like canes and smoking like from pipes. Or it's like it's 2019, and even like my dad and my lolo, they're all learning how to FaceTime me. My dad, I recently had a birthday. My dad sent me a GIF of a birthday cake. And I was like, when did you learn how to send? You're 65.
Belated happy
When-
birthday.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Oh.
But yeah, my dad's learning how to send gifts and memes and voice messages, and my dad is becoming more and more and more techie by the day.
So I don't think we're talking about just techie dads, but techie parenting as well. And it's really nice to see, to hear stories from sons like Jef, of course, that there are so many new ways now because of technology, and that is what we are discussing more today. So we have dads and millennials right here, and we'll define techie a little bit more as we go along. Now, as dads or as a millennial, what are the techs or gadgets that you find trending among kids nowadays? Do we need to define kids? I don't think so. All right, but what are the common stuff that you see, tech-wise, gadget-wise, from our kids using technology nowadays?
I think probably the most popular one would be cell phones and tablets, obviously.
Yes.
But a close third, which might actually be trumping phones and tablets, would be the Nintendo Switch. It's just
okay.
such a popular gaming console for kids, and I mean for adults basically. There's a lot of fun games that you can play on the Nintendo Switch, and the portability helps. You can take it anywhere. You can
Right.
play with other people who have the same kind of console. So I think gaming kids, there's just absolutely nothing they won't do to be able to play a short game.
Right, hashtag Games 2019, right? So there's a very important question now because according to the World Health Organization, sedentary screen time or passive watching should not happen until the child is 2 years old. And there's even a limited time even for 2-year-olds, right? What do you think about this? What is your stand, especially for the dads, okay?
Well, I have almost 2 years old, and it's very difficult to keep her away from the smartphone.
Is it a threat? Is sedentary screen time an
I
actual
think
threat?
that it's relevant. Like in my opinion, the kids should not have smartphone by the age of 13.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not millennial or anything. Sorry for that.
You're just a daddy.
I'm just that. Because I think that it does not help too much the cognitive skills and being having the imagination and being able to play and to come up with the stuff. It's basically taking that away from the kids. But obviously, as a parent, my kids see me that I'm walking around with the phone, and obviously, like, they want to do the same.
Yeah.
So,
But
it's
daddy's
a
doing it.
challenge.
Why can't I?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
What do you think are advantages and disadvantages of allowed screen time for our millennials and tech users?
Well, it's like I see them. I see more and more young children, like babies, playing with iPads and cell phones because it's the most convenient, readily accessible thing that a dad can give to a kid to keep them occupied. Because since the beginning of time, we've been, we have like toys. We have to bring around like a bag of toys and pacifiers or something to buy the time when you're busy with other stuff or you need a break. But then there's something, I don't know, traditional in me that gets scared, and when I see like a 2-year-old baby who has the who can operate
Dexterity to use gadgets like these. Yes.
yeah, and so of course it breeds this worry. It's like, is my child going to be stuck on the internet for the rest of their lives? Am I like ruining their people skills? But it's just all a part of balance, I think. So as I just turned 30 and I'm starting to plan my family,
Is he ready to be a dad? Let's find out.
I don't know. I mean, so I think a lot about this. I think a lot about how I want to raise my kid, and I definitely would agree with you. Definitely not too early. But like for me, technology keeps us like gives us convenience and more access to the world, and I think we need some experience with the world itself before we jump into smartphones for babies. So whatever the World Health Organization says about screen time, I wouldn't want to put that habit in my kid. I definitely want my kid to be a tech genius, tech savvy, connected, forward moving, progressive kid. But not too early. Maybe I would start them later than that.
You really can't blame other parents for putting the iPad right in front of the kids because it's a perfect babysitter. It takes away the attention of the child. It's just that it also affects their development. Like my son, he likes watching a lot of YouTube videos, and unfortunately, children, toddlers, they emulate it. They're sponges. They absorb all of this extra, experiences. So there's certain words that he likes to pick up from videos, so we have to be careful about that.
Oh,
so
like what? Like what?
Like shut up or gosh darn it.
So
Or
many
like
learn
that.
things every day.
Or shut up.
Every
So
day.
I mean, there are ways around it. The thing with technology and gadgets, cell phones, tablets, gaming consoles, it's a double-edged sword. There's a blessing. There's also a dark side to it. If it's YouTube, there are videos that should never be seen by kids.
Right.
But there are ways around it. Like YouTube has a YouTube for kids. Google even has a search engine that's safe for kids.
Yes.
So I think the best thing to do is to kind of like police it. You have you're the parent, so you have the control. You give them maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. That should be fine, I think.
And I think this is the reason why we celebrate days like Father's Day, because we celebrate when the parent steps in, all right? And we celebrate, of course, opportunities like this, that we have technology, but having to police it, gives you a chance also to make sure that you are still that good father to your children. We're very excited when you get to do that for yourself, all right? We're gonna take a little break.
Tekkie Talks.
Well, we are talking about gadgets and we are with daddies, and that's just a perfect opportunity for a nice little game. We are gonna call Daddy and his Smartie. The objective of this game is to match each of the 5 daddies that will be showing on screen with what you guys think as the correct smartphone that daddy owns, okay? It's gonna be fun, all right? All you have to do is make sure that you match each daddy with what you think he owns as a smartphone, all right? I'm gonna need your help though.
This is a judgmental
Sorry.
game. So we wait, okay, to clarify, we look at the face
Yeah.
and then say that person looks like a Samsung
Yeah.
A5.
You
Is
can
that-
use the names.
All right. Okay. Okay. Sure.
It is a very judgmental game, according to Jef. That is his opinion.
Yep.
All right. But I'm gonna need your help, though. I'm gonna need you to remember the daddies you matched with their smartphone, so that we can keep track of your scores later. All right. So we have. In the row of daddies, we have Daddy June, Daddy Romar, Daddy Renvi, Daddy Roel, and Daddy Noel. All right, and we have in the line of gadgets, iPhone 7, an iPhone XR, a Samsung A5, an Asus XD13D, and a Samsung Note 5. All right, as a group, you help each other out. All right.
Okay.
It's the best thing I like to see, daddies helping each other out. They're not the actual phones, but we're looking at
the model.
Okay,
the
okay.
model.
Okay.
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 Mm-hmm.
Romar looks like he uses a pink phone.
Sorry?
Romar looks like he uses a pink phone.
Romar.
Romar.
Daddy Romar looks like he
Judgmental.
uses
Judgmental from the
I
start.
had Daddy Roel using the pink 7.
The pink 7.
So Jef thinks that Daddy Roel uses the iPhone 7.
Yeah.
All right. Please don't base it on the colors of the phones. All right.
Yeah.
You're using the model.
Sorry.
All right.
It's pink. It looks pink to me.
It's probably rose gold, and we can't really judge. It's 2019.
Rose gold.
It's
Yeah.
Roel.
All right.
It's Roel.
So Daddy Roel for the iPhone 7. Okay.
Renvi's got the XR because of the glasses.
You guys need to speak up. The millennials are taking over.
I know.
Daddy
I know.
Renvi, what
Right.
do you think is Daddy Renvi's phone? You can make your case. Yeah, and take
Daddy
your time.
Renvi
I
looks
think
like he's
Note
a...
5.
Yeah, I was about to say Note 5.
Daddy
too.
Renvi looks like he owns a Note 5. Why do you say so, Peejo?
The glasses and the Note 5, if I remember, is a pretty big phone.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Glasses usually make a person look really techie.
That's
Mhm.
good. I didn't think about that.
Note 5, very techie. Let's see. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, so Daddy Renvi owns a Note 5. Let's move on to the next daddy. So we've had for Daddy Roel and Daddy Renvi. How about for Daddy Romar right here?
Romar, I think it's Asus.
Daddy Romar probably owns an Asus XD.
I feel
Alright.
like he's a Samsung A5 guy.
So you better make your case. And you better break this tie.
I agree. It's the A5. I think
Why
he's
would
the
you say
A5.
so, Jeff?
Because he look. I just see him looking down. You know, he's like, "Hi, my name's Romar," and then he looks down, and then just like, boom, A5. I don't.
Thank you. It's a very clear
Well,
explanation
it's
and a
okay,
very
sorry.
clear manifestation of your judgment.
I'm an empath. This is how this works.
Are we good to go with Daddy Romar
An
owning an
A5.
A5?
Yes.
How about you? Okay. So we're down to Daddy Noel and Daddy June. Daddy June is a very happy cell phone user. Just my opinion about it. It's a nice smile also from Daddy Noel, but who do you think owns the iPhone XR or the Asus XD 13D?
Noel would probably own the Asus. I think.
And then Daddy June would own the iPhone XR.
He would own a flip phone. No, I'm just kidding. He would own an iPhone XR.
Oh, hey, happy
Yeah,
Father's Day. All right, it's for all fathers. All right, so are we decided on that one? Daddy June owns the iPhone XR.
These are the answers. Huh? What is this? Are these the questions?
These
or
are
the
your
answers?
answers.
Oh, these are
all
our
right?
answers.
And Daddy Noel will probably own an Asus XD 13D. Oren, you got that noted?
Quite sure there is
Yes.
such a
All right. Are you sure? Any changes? Final
Wait, so we're-
revisions?
This is we're as a team of 3 people. We're
You
coming up-
are. Now you
Oh,
know.
okay.
All right. So you're working as a team of 3
Okay.
people. Yes, 3 daddies. All right. And let's see. Are you ready to find out if your answers are correct?
Sure.
Any final revisions?
What are our answers again? Can we just review our
All right.
answers?
So for Daddy June, it's the iPhone XR.
XR,
For
okay.
Daddy Romar, it's Samsung A5.
Uh-huh.
Daddy Renvi, it is the Samsung Note 5.
5.
Daddy Roel is iPhone 7. And Daddy Noel will have the Asus XD 13D. All right. So let's see how many answers you got correctly. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Did we get anything right? We did
I got it
not.
right.
Oh, I was so right about
hold
that
on.
XR.
I was saying Daddy Romar Asus.
Daddy
For
Romar
the Asus.
for the Asus one, but we didn't note that because you're gonna work as a team. Anyway, we can try to recall our supposed answers, but we didn't get anything right as a team.
Again.
Yeah.
Again, round 2. May round 2 ba?
I don't think we have a round 2 for that one, but we
Nabitin.
have nabitin. Okay. Well, we didn't get anything right, but that's okay because we had so much fun. Did you have fun?
Totally.
I just
Yes.
love games with daddies. All right. Thank you for playing. And for those who do not know, Argomall carries over 500 smartphone models that are 100% authentic. So if you haven't yet, make sure you go and visit Argomall.com. You know, so you might have some fun surprises there. And that is what you call a shameless plug by me. All right. Argomall.com. Visit it today.
Tekkie Talks.
This is Tekkie Talks, and we are still talking about the importance of technology in parenting and especially in fatherhood. With us today are 2 daddies and a millennial, and we are moving on to more questions. This time about yourselves, all right? So, what is your favorite gadget, all right? For daddies and for millennials, same question. What's the one app on your smartphone also that you can't live without? Who wants to go first? Revealing
Maybe,
question. They kind of got a bit
well,
nervous.
I'd have to say, well, I like taking a lot of photos. So besides having the handy camera that you have on your cell phone, I like to carry around a small digital camera every now and then. I mean, I don't have it now, but most of the time I usually carry it. Favorite app, I would have to say, since medyo tito mode ako at times. And there's always that one time you're either at a party or you're riding the car, listening to radio and say, I know that song. So and I never remember what that song actually is. So the one app that I can't live without is SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
So it recognizes all these songs.
So we have a
it's-
music guy here with Peejo. Cool.
It's a medyo Tito app, I think. I don't
Not
think.
really. Do you enjoy SoundCloud?
Yeah, SoundCloud, Shazam, all music finders. If you're a music person at all, and then you've got.
Here's
to,
a music person.
Yes, I'm a music person. It's always happened to. I have that too. I also Shazam because it's like, oh, I love this song. I want to listen to it later. I definitely ride on Shazam really hard.
So Peejo, we assure you, you're not a tito yet.
You're not a
All right,
tito
you're just a
yet.
daddy. A favorite gadget?
Recently, I got these wireless buds,
Oh.
and they are pretty cool.
So, works for you.
It works for me very well. No virus, just easily sits in the ear.
Are you always around? Are you very active going around? So, is that the advantage for the buds for you?
Not really, but it's always like when you are getting into car from the car, and with the virus and all the stuff that you are carrying, it's sometimes difficult. But the wireless plugs into the ears are really good. I mean, do you guys use them?
I've been thinking about getting wireless buds, but I'm afraid that I will lose them. Are you a person who loses things? Because I do.
Maybe it's a
I-
good
I
time for you
did-
to talk
I did
to Jef
once,
now.
You lost one?
but that was thanks to my kids who
okay.
hid them.
Okay.
And you can find with them the phone, but you cannot find them if they are basically not around.
There you
Yes.
go. There's a mention of kids. Okay, before we move on to your answer. So do you have to draw a line from like your gadgets, my gadgets are mine, I'm the only one who can use them, all right? Or is there like a sharing mode for your gadgets for your kids, especially for the daddies we have?
For me, my phone is secret. No touching. But for example, my wife is okay with kids playing with her phone.
All right.
So it's
There's kind
depends
of a
probably.
system already, like at
Yes.
home. All right,
Yes.
which gadgets they can share with mommy or with daddy. That's cool. How about you?
Well, the cell phones are okay. It's the more complicated gadgets, like for example the Sony PlayStation or the digital cameras, because kids have a tendency of going kind of crazy on
Right.
them. So the phones are okay.
All right, especially those that need like technical use,
Yes,
right? Or
definitely.
technical knowledge at least.
Or if they don't know how to put the disc in the PlayStation correctly, if they
Definitely.
like to lick it or
do we
something.
do we still
we try to
use
avoid that.
disc nowadays?
For for the PlayStation games. For the PlayStation.
All right, I need to be oriented with these things. All right, thank you very much. How about you? What is your favorite gadget? Is it your phone also?
It's probably my phone. My other gadgets include like I do a lot of recording, so I play with a lot of microphones, a lot of headphones, and a lot of different like little pedals for recording.
So what's a good app for activities like that?
I actually don't do any music editing on my phone. If I could find a way to, I haven't found something appropriate for me in that sense. But as a musician, currently I just use the very basic voice recorder on my phone, and that's just enough for me to be like notepad, remember this, blah blah blah. So I use my phone a lot. And I use voice recorder a lot.
Oh, right. For artists, like us, it's the sampling actually that's very important. And well, the basic sound recorder is a good tool for these things that they usually require of us in auditions and in stuff that we go to. All right. Now, there's so much mention of the phone and being attached to it. Cell phones, technology, the accessibility of gadgets and stuff. What's the impact to your relationship as like father and son or father and daughter?
I think it's really up to the parent because the child has no control over the gadget. It's up to the parent to kind of once again police the usage of the that the kid has with the cell phone. So I find that it helps sometimes when his mom's off at work. We can use it to send her silly videos,
Okay.
FaceTime with all the filters and stuff. So it's definitely still technology and gadgets are still a great tool for people and for kids in particular.
And I
Just
think that's sweet, getting to little tidbits of your day when she's away or something like that.
you just have to watch out lang that he doesn't abuse it as well because he
Right.
can be distracted by it. he'll get spoiled with it. Parang, parang video now. Parang no.
Okay.
Parang diba, he'll look for the YouTube videos. So
Again, the parent steps in.
the parent
yes.
steps in. So it's up to us.
Right?
I think one thing with the kids, they always want to watch something and play with the smartphone. And but one thing that is becoming more and more common, and that's because we are so attached to these devices like smartphones. It's sometimes difficult to detach yourself when you come home and really give the time. So so on one side, it's great that you can share the content, for example, show the pictures, but at the same time, basically, it's taking a little bit from us. I feel at least by basically taking our attention away because it constantly beeps, updates, and so on. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's good to go off the grid once in a while. I mean, if you're like me and my wife, we took a little beach trip in Batangas. There was no signal. There was no like internet. So we were forced to interact with them. But I mean, it helps na, diba, our kid just enjoyed swimming, enjoyed the beach. So I think it's useful to take a break then from technology. It's good to have it on hand, definitely. But once in a while, step out, go play in the sun. Diba?
We established the fact that it does have, impact, in our relationship. What then can make these impacts positive at the very least?
Well, one positive thing is when I was a child and I wanted to know something, my father went to the library, pulled out the book, and I had to list through it and find it. Nowadays, basically, when you have discussion and you are talking about something, you can use it as a tool to help explain something or find the stuff. So that's one of the positive things, I believe, that the access to the information that it has is unparalleled.
An intelligent use of
Yes.
the information that's
Yes.
available. Thank you very much.
No, the same then. Knowledge is power. Because I mean, my son Zach, he likes watching a lot of car videos. So he knows the cars more than I do. Like he says, Papa, that's a Lamborghini Aventador or something, or that's a Bugatti Veyron. So he knows these things. It's that access to the information. It's both a blessing. It can be a blessing and a curse as well. Diba? You just have to make sure that he's accessing the proper information.
And the final word on the advantages of technology for relationships.
Oh, absolutely. It ended a lot of arguments between me and my dad because we like to discuss things that are very quickly Wikipediable. It's like, oh, what is the right answer? No, he was this. No, he was that. Let's Google it. Winner has to do the dishes. Like something as simple as that. So, and remember, I grew up in an age where they still used encyclopedias. And so I'm feeling a bit of the generation gap as I realize that those don't really exist anymore. That information is accessible on the web. And me and my dad definitely bond over that.
Thank you very much. Intelligent use, a little break from time to time, and of course, stepping in and communicating as a human parent. All very important. More from our daddies in just a short while.
Tekkie Talks.
Technology Daddies Tekkie Talk, and we're back. We are asking our daddies now, and well, our friend here, our millennial friend, about Father's Day. How do you plan to celebrate it? Yeah, let's just let loose, run things off our minds. How do you plan to celebrate Father's Day? Don't be shy, it's okay.
I'm looking forward to it. This morning I was just in our kitchen and I came across a letter. And it was, thank you, Mom, for being here with the heart. And I was like, why there's no daddy? It was like, this is for the Mother's Day. You will have your Father's Day. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, do you have any plans for Father's Day this year? Or
No, I'll let my family figure it out. For me.
Okay, as a shout out to Carl's family. You are figuring it out this year. Okay. Yes, Peejo.
Just a simple dinner. Just a simple dinner
Are
in
you
the
cooking
house.
it?
No, we're gonna have somebody else cook it. That would not be a very happy Father's Day if I was the one cooking it. Everybody would be going to the hospital.
Maybe you just don't know it yet, and there are apps now that can help you.
Well, that's true. So just dinner. That's it. Just simple dinner. Maybe bring my kid to the arcade just so that he can have a little fun.
Yeah,
but
it really is still
that's about
quality
it.
time, right?
Mm.
That's still the best day.
Yes.
And surprisingly, it doesn't come by very easily nowadays. The stress levels these 2019 is just so high that Father's Day, something we can really look forward to. You, is he still gonna be away?
Oh, well, actually, I'm the one that's away, technically, because he's holding down the home base with my mom and my brother. And that's how I hang out with him on Father's Day is through them. So I'm always chatting with my brother on Messenger and our messaging groups and coming up with like secret manipulative plans to surprise him on Father's Day. And then when he has his big, like a Father's Day dinner, where he's usually eating either like steak or lobster. Since it's like a special occasion, we pull out the stops, and then they usually video call me around that time. So.
Then there's a will, there's a way. And now with technology, it's way easier. Okay, this is for all three of you. It can work for you even if you're not a dad yet. What techie gift, would you like to receive on Father's Day? Or if you can suggest any that they can give for their fathers, now's the time.
Well, the DJI Osmo Pocket Osmo. I think it's a video camera. Yeah, it's
A
it's
Pocket
a mini
Osmo.
Steadicam that you can have. So I think it's great because you can, if you have a kid as rambunctious and as energetic as mine, it's kind of hard to shoot him with a cell phone or with even with a DSL, even with a camera. So this kind of video camera that can, it has a Steadicam capability. You can run around and, videotape him.
That's a great idea.
Peejo just wants to capture more memories. Is that it? Always the best time when they're, rambunctious like that. Yes?
Super rambunctious.
All right. Other stuff, like along the line of the Pocket Osmo, that maybe we can find out about here in this pilot episode of Techie Talks?
There are smartwatches nowadays.
Smartwatches, okay.
Okay.
Are there different kinds?
Different kinds of
Ooh.
smartwatches. You
They have
can connect
specific
them.
uses.
Yeah, for example, sports. There are ones.
Do any of them still tell the time?
Yes.
Cool, I'd like one. All right.
While the battery lasts.
Anything else? Smartwatches, there's a Pocket Osmo.
The wireless buds are actually nice.
Wireless buds, the one you mentioned earlier.
I already have them.
Yeah.
Tablets are always so
Tablets.
good.
And
Especially,
they just keep getting better, right?
iPad Pro, diba, with the higher resolution.
Especially with more musicians going tablet, because it's like, you just put a stand there and then you just swipe through
and you
it.
kind of know it is the age of the vlog, and everyone, just make sure like the day in the life. I mean, it doesn't really matter to everybody, but you just want to be seen and you want to expose what you do. And I think cameras very, very important, and the way they're getting better are also like a nice trend that goes along with it. All right. 20 years of experience in smartphones. What are the new stuff that are coming out? Can you tell us about it?
Well, we have 500 different smartphones in Argomall. So it's there's a lot of new stuff coming out every day almost. But these days, what trends really well is Samsung S10 series, very good. Huawei P30 series also. OnePlus 7 Pro is coming soon. Great
Any
features.
exciting new details about these new smartphones that we should know about?
Screens are getting bigger. Cameras are getting better. Most of them are coming already with optical zoom.
I don't know, people kind of have smartphone users kind of have trouble deciding what they want. No, they're like, oh, we want it bigger. And then the second it gets big, they're like, no, we want the smaller version. So the iPhone comes out with the same phone in like 3 different sizes just to make everyone happy.
I agree. Can you give out tips maybe on those who are trying to select new iPhones, especially with the rampage of the ones that are coming out all together from different brands, right? So what's a good way to select the phone that's for you?
You have to really know what you like on your current phone. Because you don't want to lose what you already have.
Right.
You want to get better.
Right,
So improving. Sometimes basically, I have seen friends who said, I need great camera. So they got great camera phone, but they missed what they had because they did not consider that important. So they took it for granted. So to know what you want really is important, and it just take time. There's really a lot of smartphones going out, so you don't have to rush into buying stuff.
Is new always better?
What we do in Argomall, we try to make it easy for the customers. So one thing that I would like to leave you with is, because there's 500 different smartphones, authentic smartphones in the Philippines that are available at any given time, if you are looking for something, you can easily choose it on Argomall. You can find what camera size you want. So, for example, if you know what you want, you can say, I want 10 to 15,000 peso, I want 10 megapixel camera, and I want the largest battery. In 2 clicks, you can get it sorted out. Then it's up to you. What
I second that. Being in, I was able to use like the interface of Argomall very easy. If you are looking for a very specific item, all you got to do is visit argomall.com. Thank you very much. You know, much like parenting, when it comes to smartphone and technology, take your time. And we'll be taking a little bit of time now, and we'll be right back for more with our daddies here at Tekkie Talks. We're back at Tekkie Talks. Here's a final word from our guests today. What would you like to say?
Don't skimp on Father's Day and Mother's Day too.
Right.
But as a son, as a boy, Father's Day is always propelled me and my dad's relationship. So especially because my dad's not big on Father's Day, which makes it all the better to pull out the stops, because he gets more and more embarrassed depending on and more touched based on how over the top I go on Father's Day. So if I pull out like birthday cakes and fireworks and candles and like buy him gifts, it does it's stupid, but it does mean a lot. And so yeah, treat your dad for Father's Day.
You know, they go all out, so don't be afraid to go all out on them, especially on that one special day. Sirs?
About fatherhood,
Yeah.
I would have to say, in terms of like gadgets, technology, and even in parenting, everything in moderation. If you're gonna expose your kids to, you know, cell phones and tablets, everything in moderation. But the most important thing is to have fun. Have fun with your child. Have fun with your toddler, because you know, the way he'll look at you, or he or she, your child, the way that your child will look at you, how they'll relate to you from as a toddler, it'll never be the same once they become teenagers. The hugs and the kisses that you'll receive when they're that age will be, will still be sweet, but they'll be, there's just something beautiful about the love that you get from a toddler.
And I don't have to tell you this, dads are fun. Yeah, and they'll always find time, of course, and a special opportunity to have fun, especially with their children. There is not even a need for Father's Day. It's just there, so we have a special day for them. Yes?
I can just say Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Special plugs, like your social media content they can follow online if you have any. Jeff?
Yeah, you can follow my Finsta. It's my Instagram account.
Jargon.
At Listen to Jef. With
At
one
Listen to Jef.
At Listen
Thank
to
you.
Jef.
Yes, daddies?
Just follow us on Argomall.
Just visit Argomall, yes?
Follow him at Argomall. That's all I can say.
And find out so much more about what these guys are talking about. And that concludes our show today. We welcome comments and suggestions, so do email us your thoughts at tekkietalks@argomall.com. Tekkie Talks is spelled just like that. All you have to do is email us at tekkietalks@argomall.com. Thank you for watching. This has been your guest host, Aquilina Bravo, saying Happy Father's Day to all our fathers, and to you too, and to your dad as well. May you all have the best one this year. See you next time on Tekkie Talks by Argomall.
Tekkie Talks.